Alright, what's up everybody? Back with another playing the bots video. So we've got two new categories on chess.com. I don't know what the background is for either of those. Either of the two new ones. We've got Ultra 85 by Logic. I know who Logic is. It's actually, my webcam's covering it up, but I don't know what any of these others are. It says I've already beaten the 500 and the top one, which is at 2000. I don't remember playing either of those. I know I haven't recently. I don't know if these were bots they added a while back and are throwing back in. Confused, but we're going to run through those. And we've also got Move the Hippo, which there's 3 of them. I'm not going to do them as a separate video. We're just going to run through them. Hopefully beat them all. But yeah, let's jump into it. We've got William Kai at 500 rated first. All the easier ones we are going to try to move a little bit faster through. But these are all going to be one take. Not playing any bots twice. We'll see how that goes. Let's play a little aggressive. Good knight f3. Let's take with d-pawn. Let's take again. And let's castle. We get the check. Let's just sidestep. Let's go knight c3, looking for knight d5. Here we'll go bishop d2. I'm okay to allow that. We can take here. Take the rook. Pushing the pawn. Let's take with the knight. Hitting this pawn, which I will take. Hitting the bishop. Let's go here. We'll hit the rook. This move looks pretty good. Let's just take the queen. Okay, let's give a check. Then I'm just going to take the bishop. Pre-move that. Let's just deliver a mate here. Let's give this check. 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 I am somewhat close here. And then checkmate. Yeah, alright. Took down the first one. Now we're on to Quentin Thomas, which for whatever reason doesn't force the board style. So we're back to our 3D pieces. I know that Move the Hippo is going to force it, which is okay. Bishop c5. This is not one I play a lot. Whoa. I am not going to take the pawn. Let's go knight c3. Bishop c4. Let's open things up. Definitely going to take that pawn. Here, that move looks pretty good. Let's take. Threatening mate. That makes sense. Here, I think let's hit the queen first. Queen sidesteps, and then let's take the rook. And I do need to be a little wary here to not trap my queen. That would be ideal. I'm not in danger yet. Let's castle queenside. Take there. I could trade, but let's just take. Yeah, I'm more than happy to trade now. Let's take the pawn. Threatening this. Let's take with check. Let's come back and hit the knight. Let's force this trade. Let's hit the knight again. Take. Love that. Let's try to keep the king corralled here. Here. Yes. Let's go rook in. Here I'll just take the pawn. I should have some type of mate here. I would think. I don't feel like my knight's in the right spot for it, but here. Am I concerned about that pawn? I don't think so, but we'll defend it just in case. Let's give a check. Now I just need to get my knight into the game. Let's give this check first. I'd like to cut the king off. Let's give this check here. This is not very cleanly done. We have the king on the back rank now, which is great. Now do I have a mate? Gotta make sure we're avoiding any stalemates. Here. Man, I don't think that works, does it? Check. Check here, check, and we just go back. And then here. And then king here, man. Force the king back again. Maybe we just push the pawn. I'm not doing this very cleanly, but king here. And then check. Not the smoothest, but we got the win. All right, now we got Logic. Oh, Ultra 85 is the name of his album and book. So these must be people from the book? I don't know. All right, we got Logic, 1500. Evidently Logic's a chess player. Let's go bishop c4. Yeah, maybe makes sense. Let's drop back. Gonna kick the knight out. And then knight f3. I think I'm pretty okay with that move. I'm gonna protect the pawn. Knight in, really. Let's take. I have this, but I don't know if it's necessary. Black's got a few different options to keep this pawn protected. Have to go here, actually. Let's see if I've got a tactic. Here, if queen here, then we're forking. Queen here, we're forking. So it's got to be one of these two. I think I'm just going to go for this. Can always go a4, defend the knight, drop it back to a3. That seems to work out fairly well. Let's go a4. Doesn't elect to kick it out just yet. Here, I think I pushed this pawn. Pretty okay with that. Let's hit this. I was gonna say, I think black could have just taken, and they still can. They are electing not to. Here I'm gonna cut off the king, and I would welcome this trade now. Yeah, assuming that that black does not want to let me take on a7 for free. Take, knight takes. I don't think I'm overly concerned about that. Knight does not take. Check, push the pawn. Don't know if I'm gaining too much there. This move probably makes some sense though. Double attacking on the knight, trying to pin it to the rook. King or queen might have to step back there. This feels like a good start. So they do just sack the exchange. And I might be inclined to give it right back. Here, just take, maybe. I don't have to, but I don't like leaving the knight planted there. Here, take the queen. I should be up material on that. I'm gonna say I think the king has to take first. Could go pawn grabbing. I think that's what I'm gonna do. That move is annoying. Here takes, pawn takes, and my queen's just poorly placed. Let's grab the pawn. Bishop coming in. All right, so now we need to be careful. Here and the knight comes in. I don't think pawn grabbing is the appropriate response. Could go here. Let's try this. Knight in, so here I was thinking I would just take. I feel quite inclined to take. We could start with this. So here, knight takes, check. The king steps up, I have this check. If the king stays back, I'm taking the rook with check. So this seems like a decent threat. And if I'm already intending to sack the rook anyways, I'm not overly concerned about that exchange. Bishop b8 makes some sense. Cover the f6 square. Can go rook e2, rook e1. Actually threatening to just take twice. Certainly an option. I really don't dislike that move. Knight takes here is fine. If queen takes, we can hit the queen. If queen takes, maybe we just play this immediately. Let's go rook e2. Moving the pawn in, that makes some sense. That's probably a good move. I could just keep going. It doesn't necessarily force me to stop anything or change any plans. I think I'm going to double up. Bishop in. Unexpected. Not a move that was on my radar. Just take. Take with the queen. Queen takes, bishop takes, and I'm up. Am I just up a pawn? I think I'm just up a pawn in that endgame. Which is not overly ideal. I feel like I've misplayed this a little bit. And I'd love, obviously, to not give the exchange sack back. I don't think I want to sidestep here. I think I'm going to go for this. I know, that was terrible. So bad. Yeah, this is more than likely just losing now. Black does hang the pawn there. Here we can keep everything protected. Now it's not so clear. I'd say it's iffy at best, actually. We can push this pawn and see if Black wants to create some new targets here, which they might. Do I just keep pushing? Gotta make some progress. Let's go d4. Blundering in this game quite heavily. But I'm hoping to rely quite a bit on these pawns. So I could trade, but I don't really want to. But I also don't think I have another good choice. I think I'm going to take. Okay. Just blundering now for no good reason. Let's give a check. Let's start pushing. Keep pushing. I don't know what Black is doing here. It seems terrible. Just give me the queen. And then do that. Did not deserve to win this game, but some pretty horrendous errors by Black here towards the end. Push the pawn. Let's get another queen. And then let's deliver a checkmate. Check. 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 Strange. Didn't deserve that one, but we'll take it. Next we've got Talia, AI software engine, 1800. Let's go e4. Definitely can't play as bad as I played last game. Get the Sicilian. Go knight c3. Bishop c4. It's not a move I get very often. What should I do about that? On pawn takes, I always have queen f3. On queen takes pawn. That's going to keep everything protected. I could also go here. Yeah, I'm kind of tempted to do that. I'm going to call black's bluff a little bit. Try to at least. We're going to open up the position a bit here. Where do I want this bishop? So here, d5 is still fine. Let's go queen here. Let's castle. All right, and now we need to start to play with some aggression. Queen's almost trapped. Queen is trapped. Right? After that move, after h5, and here, is the queen not trapped? What am I missing? I didn't see it last move, but it seems to be good here. Yeah. Okay. We'll take the queen. A little disappointed that I missed that on the last move, but better late than never. Let's drop the knight back. Let's take. Rook comes in, which is fine. Here, let's bring the knight back in. Let's get the knight active. Let's jump. Do I have a preference? I don't think so. So here, castles. That's fine, actually. I was gonna say I can give this check now. Have the option to ignore that move. I'm gonna take once. That makes sense. Let's take. Yeah. Let's take the rook. Bishop takes back. Let's line up against the king. Nice little double check. I'm surprised that I've gotten this big of an advantage this game. Let's take here. And then take this pawn. Would love to accept that trade. And then go win the bishop. And now we are just blowing black out of the water here. Let's go here. Let's give this check. Bring the queen around. Take the knight now. Jeez. which is not even close, which is lovely. Let's trap that king. And then let's bring this knight in. That was not close. I don't know why the 1800 there played. I don't think I necessarily played that much better. But just blew the 1800 out of the water. And now we're on to the last spot. So this is ATM 2000, which I assume is also a character from Logic's book. I don't know. Different opening. We've got G6, I suppose a Hikaru style move. Let's go knight f3. Maybe bishop c4. Let's tickle a little bit. See where that queen wants to go. They just offer the trade. Okay. I think I'm happy to trade that bishop. Gonna take that. Gonna take that. And then I'll castle. That seemed pretty good for me. Let's take, and then I'm going to drop back to b3. I'm expecting c6. I don't get it initially. I'll accept that trade. I do need to be a bit delicate here. Just make sure I don't have any silly blunders. I think we're looking pretty good at the moment. Let's go queen here. Rook comes in. I assume with a check imminent, maybe we just go here. Check here. Let's go here. This is not looking good. I feel like this move is necessary. Check. No check. But threatening that, which is going to sting quite badly. I think I have to go here. And then I think we have to do this. Queen takes, and I think I have to come here and offer the trade, which here I kind of would like to do anyways. Okay. We don't have to take that yet. Probably isn't the worst idea, but we don't have to. Rook is not trapped. It's going to be hard to make it trapped because it always has h6 to run to. But let's try it. So here runs into knight check. That was silly. That was poorly done. Don't think black's threatening much at the moment. So let's come here. Here, I think I'm happy to offer that trade. Just take. Really? See if black wants to take that. They do not. No blunders here. Let's do this. Okay. Get rid of the knight, which I am happy about. Let's do this. And take with check. They don't elect to. I don't have a good way to defend them both. Or attack much of anything for that matter. So maybe we just do this. Take there with check. Do I have time to take here? Here and push. So I think maybe we do this. Uh-huh. Then I've got to start pushing these. Let's go here. Rook slides over. Here I'll attack. Surely I'm just losing there, right? Check. King has to step here, here. Worth calculating though, I think. Yeah, I just don't love that. I think king has to step here. Here, king steps here. Or I guess check first. King steps here. Which is maybe not so bad. It's at least away from the pawn. If king here, then maybe I can push. Takes, takes. Here and I queen first. Check king here. Push the pawn. Pushes. I'm going to start with this. I think king c4 is the correct move. I wanted to play c6. I'm not sure what my response is after black just pushes b2. I don't think I take. Certainly not. Here, b2 pushes. Rook takes. I think this is okay. That's surprising. Okay. Certainly works out just fine. Here, delicate about which checks we want to give. Certainly. Maybe check here first. Let's start with this. At a minimum, we can maybe work the king over. Let's give this check. Ultimately, I'm trying to to see if I can somehow skewer the king and queen, but I'm sure black's not going to let that happen. Check. Check. Yeah, I don't have much. I can start pushing. I certainly need to avoid all of black's checks at that point, which is not ideal. King g3. So I can force a trade. Am I actually winning at that point? I'm going to guess that that's probably a draw. It feels draw-ish. It's 2 pawns versus 1. Maybe it's not. Here on takes, king over, king here. That's probably winning. If I take, king takes and I come up, that should be winning. I take it back. I think this is winning. King here. Nope. I'm just going to step up. So at this point, we're going to take here. I don't care about that pawn. I'm going to push this one. We'll get our queen. Pretty good. Okay. Let's work the king down. Taking down to 2,000. That's pretty good. Just make sure we don't give a stalemate. That should do it. Which side do you want to go to? There we go. All right. Took down the 2,000. There we go. Now, of course, my stream reset. Dang it. God, I hate that. I don't know why it does that. Is there a good way for me to... There's not even a good way for me to reset that. All right. I'm just going to reset my capture. I don't know why it insists on freezing 30 minutes into a video. That's quite obnoxious. We got the 3 stars. Basically, that rook ending ended up promoting to 2 queens, and then forced a queen trade and was winning in the pawn endgame. Silly. Let's take on the hippos now. Keep an eye on it. Make sure it's not freezing, hopefully. There's 3 moves, and this one's easy. I don't know what that's about. I don't like those sound effects. That's terrible. Oh, that's not good. Is it going to do that for every piece that's captured? Wouldn't that be fun? It sure is. That's terrible. All right, threatening mate. That would be nice to play. And we get check noises too. This is terrible. I hate it. It's so bad. We'll see if black lets me keep that knight alive. Certainly going to. Let's give a check. Let's push the pawn. Take with check, and then we'll take this pawn. Check. Check. Checkmate. Okay. That's one. Game capture didn't pause on that one. I'm annoyed. It's the hardest bot I'm probably gonna play this session, and I just stopped recording. But to be honest, I'm not invested enough in the YouTube game quite at the moment to restart and do it all over again. So you're just gonna have to take my word for it in that end game. Knight here is fun. Interesting move. Let's go here. It's castle. Can pre-move those. Probably bishop f4 coming next. Push the pawn makes sense. Let's double up. Yep. Okay, now how to continue making progress. I'm gonna start with this. I'm gonna try to get this bishop out. Bishop there is certainly an option. I think I'm probably gonna go for this maneuver here. Try to plant my knight on this square. Looks like a nice one. Here, I don't want to trade the knight, but I need to get my rooks in, and that feels like a good way to do it. Maybe we start with this. Here we'll take. We've got the good knight. Let's double back up. Gonna trade. And then let's go after these pawns. We have a great position here. Should be more than enough to pull one out. Check. King has to... No, king doesn't have to. Because the king can run here. So let's start with c4. Makes sense. And maybe now we give a check? I don't think I have anything overly concrete yet. Check king here. Or could just step back at this point. Either would be fine. Thinking maybe we just start pushing. Let's keep pushing. Let's push one more time. And then let's go here. That works out great for us. Alright, we're going to take down the medium hippo here. We're still recording, which is lovely. Take that. Pre-move this capture. Go here. That's good with us. That's a check. Check. Give checks until we start slowly trapping the king a little bit here. Just do this. Alright, we got medium. Now we're on to hard. Last spot for the video. Angry Moo. It's just hard. I don't know. I guess we don't get actual ratings. Medium was not overly challenging. Let's go bishop c4. Let's go f4. We can offer that trade. I was gonna say I don't think that does much. I will take that. Castle. Protect the pawn. I feel like this is a pretty good position. Knight in. Queen check, bishop, queen takes. I'm not threatening a ton there. Getting after this pawn feels like a good place to start. I can't just block with the queen. I'm not opposed to a trade here. I like my position enough. I think trading's probably good. But I also kind of like this. Feels quite good. Here I get to force the trade. Man, it's just gotta be good, doesn't it? Let's take. So I can go here, I can either take the pawn or I can take the bishop and then take the pawn. Definitely gonna start with this. And I think I'm gonna take the bishop. Hit the rook. Rook here. Certainly an option. And the knight is gonna just be in time. I don't need to do that. It's probably not the best approach, because that rook is certainly going to be able to come in. We're up 2 pawns. I think we play this solidly. We'll take that capture. It is a fairly open position. I think my bishop is probably a bit better. I think that move is just visually appealing. Should be good. Uh-huh. That makes sense. I don't dislike that move. Got lots of checks. I think we'll take... Come up here. Give the check. And then we gotta start pushing these guys. Happy with that move. Let's step here. And then black can take. Here I'm up 2 pawns. Should be a fine position. Let's go here. Let's push here. Gotta give my king some cover. Uh-huh. Okay, we'll take. Go here. Now we just offer trades. We'll step up. And now we should just need to kind of work our way through like so. King comes in there. And I'm not quite threatening mate. Let's go here. Yep. So I think this should be okay now. King steps up, check, and the king has to step back. This seems like a sufficient way to make progress. Rook here. Check. And let's go here. And here. This is not working, is it? What is the pattern I need to find to make progress here? King's got to step here, I think. Here. King up, and then block. Maybe rook here. It's not quite there yet. I think rook here. Rook here just allows a check again, doesn't it? Maybe here and then we step up. Smart. Let's check here work. Here, if king up, check. King has to step here. And then I'm pushing. I think we're going to go for this. Okay, there's a little bit of progress. Maybe here. Here. Here, here. If rook takes, king takes, and the pawn pushes. Gotta do this. That doesn't work. Check, not check. Hit the rook. And I think maybe I just run all the way around here. Yes. Wow. Is here fine? If king takes, that wins. If rook takes, that wins. If rook check here and then steps back, I'm at least getting up the board. Have to attack the rook. And then here. Does this work? Wow. That would be a stalemate. That's a nice tactic there. Uh-huh. Can I give up one of the pawns? Can I go rook e6? Rook e6, king h5. Push the pawn. Rook g1's the only way to stop it. King f7, if check, rook here. Gotta try it. Rook here. Takes. Doesn't work, does it? Yeah. Man. I think that was wrong. I think it's a forced draw at this point. Does this work? Surely not. No way. I don't think so. Here. Check here. I think this is the only thing I can try, which is annoying. Here I can defend that pawn. Rook f5. Here this. I can't take because it's stalemate. I think I just push. Here, here. Maybe this move? Here is it just always checks and I don't win? This is quite the endgame challenge. Wow. So if here takes, and I win. So maybe this is the move. H6, if rook f8. Well, no, rook f8 doesn't work. Yeah, it still does, because I can't take with the pawn either. Can I take with the knight? Or promote with the knight? Check. Knight promotion? Here, check. King here. Not quite. Here. Here. And I'm okay. I guess okay, but not winning by any means, which is so annoying. Oh, it's silly. Is it just rook f8 here? Rook f8 checks, I walk my king all the way down. Check here. Takes. Man, that should be fine. I'm gonna go for it. Check there. And then here I just have to walk my king over, right? If rook here. I can't promote, can I? Yeah. Ah! I have this. Check. I wanted that to work. It does work. Rook check, king here, and then promote. We got him. Alright, no stalemates. That would be a stalemate. Don't do that. Check. Gonna take that. And at this point, just take the pawn, make it easy on me. Thank you. That was not the proper way to step there. That's okay. Now we can go here. Might make me run all the way down the board. That's okay, we'll do it. Only 4 move game? But we got him. Alright, we missed the 2000 bot, but we got Angry Moo hard with a pretty silly little end game at the end. I was butchering that the whole way, I'm sure, but figured it out eventually. Yeah. I think that's all the bots. I'll probably be back with puzzles next week. Thanks everybody for watching. Hopefully you skip past that spot where the capture stopped recording for a second. Yeah, we'll see you in the next one.